Hey, Phil here with another question about teaching online. This comes from Wade. Thanks, Wade, for submitting the question via email. If anyone has questions about teaching online, head over to videoschoolonline.com/askphil. So the question or the thought is, I think about doing this, creating classes, but then I think about how much time it will take to do something for which there's no guarantee of success. But spending the time doing it does guarantee lost time away from loved ones. How do you overcome that? How do you justify that risk and the kids of your family time? So there's a couple things going on here, and there's one thing that I just have to mention from the beginning is that right now I don't have any kids, so I guess I'm lucky in that sense that I don't have to take away my time from kids. And the other thing is that this is now my full-time job, so I spend my days working on online courses, but at night and on the weekends, I get to spend my time with my wife. That being said, it wasn't always like this. I had a full-time job and I did spend nights and weekends working on courses for a few years before I could do this full-time. But also, that being said, when I started, I wasn't married. I was living in my own apartment, and after I went home from work, all I had to do was just whatever I wanted to do. And so I would spend a few hours every night working on courses and just doing that by myself, basically. And that's how I started to grow my online business. And now I'm at a point where I'm doing this full time, making more money than I have ever had before. But this whole idea, I think it comes back to sort of what I learned from Pat Flynn in the very beginning about passive income and working hard now to reap the benefits later. That's what this is about. And I'm not talking about working for 40 years at a job to retire with a nice pension or a nice retirement account and spend, your 60s and beyond enjoying life and just struggling for the first 40, 50 years of your life. That's not what I'm talking about. While, yes, you have to prepare for retirement, and I do want to have a good 60s, 70s, and beyond, I want to enjoy my life now. And the way that I work now and reap the benefits later, it's like I work now and then next month or next year I reap those benefits. And so it's not as long term as working for retirement or working for the weekend. And so, but that being said, you are going to have to sacrifice a little bit of time now if you want to get this started. And if you especially if you have another job, if you want to create a course, if you want to publish that course, if you want to promote that course, it will take some time. That being said, if it's successful, the time in the future that you have freedom from work, freedom from financial stress, freedom to be with your family, it's going to be so much better than maybe now when things aren't as, maybe you don't have as much free money as you want. Maybe you just don't have as much free time as you want. If you can start a good side business, whether it's online teaching or something else, maybe you can cut down your hours at work or get another job that's less stressful so you have more time. But the thing though I also want to get across is that I'm not about blindly going into something and dedicating years of my life to something if it's not going to work out. With online teaching, I found out within the first month or so that when I create a course, someone will buy it. And it was small, even if it's just one sale or just $10, $20 in that first month, it's kind of proof of concept that it can work. Now, you would love to have it be more fruitful and get more sales in that with your first course or within the first few months. But you'll also learn if it's kind of low, like what you can do better. Maybe you need to create better content. The quality of your course needs to be better, something like that. Your course topic needs to be different. But test it out. You got to test it out. You got to create a course first. That's it. You do have to dedicate that time to creating a course. There's nothing, you can't go around that time that's going to be lost. So yes, you're going to have to tell your family, your kids that I'm going to dedicate a few hours on the weekend to creating this course, or during the week in the evening. And that is going to be lost time. But once you have your course, test it out. Put it on Udemy, put it on Skillshare, see if it works. And if it works, then you know that if you create more courses, then you can potentially make more money, and it will continue to work. And that's how I did it with all of the projects that I've worked on, all of the platforms that I've experimented with. I always start out slow to prove the concept. And then if it is working, I'll continue putting time into it. If it's not working, I'm not going to keep, beating around the bush to try to get something to work if it's not going to work. But the growth of these platforms, and what I've seen on every platform I've been on, Udemy, YouTube, social media, growth is exponential. When you create one course or multiple courses, your growth doesn't just double when you have 2 courses. It doesn't just quadruple when you have 4 courses. It tends to grow faster, exponentially. And that's really where you get the benefit of having multiple courses, because they kind of feed into each other. Your place as a thought leader in your niche grows. And so sales overall tend to grow, or YouTube subscribers tend to grow as you have more videos. And that's where you get the growth, where you get more time freedom to do what you want. So I guess my last advice, or just the overall piece of advice, is that yes, there is that initial time that you're going to lose by creating your course, but test it out. You're never going to be in a place where I am, or where I was, or where other thousands and hundreds of other instructors are now without starting. So you do have to start, and that is time lost. But hopefully you get to a point where either this is a full-time job for you, or you have another job and you can just dedicate a set amount of time per week, so that you're not thinking about it every evening. You're not thinking about it on the weekends. You have a schedule, and so the rest of the time you can be with your family, be with your friends, to enjoy life, because we don't want to wait until we're in our 60s to enjoy life. We want to enjoy life right now. Hopefully this ramble helps. If it does, give me a thumbs up. And if you have any more questions, like I mentioned, head over to videoschoolonline.com/askphil. Thanks for watching. Hey, Phil here, and I hope you really enjoyed that tutorial. If you want thousands more tutorials organized into courses and learning paths that take you from beginner to advanced in a ton of cool topics, you should check out the Video School Online All Access Pass. And for those of you watching right now, you can get the first month completely free. After that, it's $9 a month. You can cancel anytime, no strings attached, no questions asked. Head over to videoschoolonline.com/access to get your first month completely free, and to join people from all around the world learning new skills and becoming better at what they're passionate about. Thanks so much, and I can't wait to see you inside.